Did you know that an average American eats 209 pounds of meat per year? Pretty shocking, right? According to the United Nations, animal agriculture accounts for 51% of gas emissions around the world. That is almost triple the amount of gas emissions that comes from transportation. Adding on, our environment, such as the Amazon rainforest, is getting destroyed because of the need for new land. Animal agriculture is the most destructive industry facing the earth today. It adds to climate change, water shortages, deforestation, extinction of species, destruction of habitats, pollution, as well as overfishing. And that is not all. Sea levels are rising as well as temperatures. Rainforests and the species that inhabit them are starting to disappear, especially in the Amazon. According to the World Bank, animal agriculture is responsible for up to 91% of deforestation and destruction of the Brazilian Amazon. And this is all due to the need of new land for livestock. To give you some examples, 1 to 2 acres of land of rainforest are cleared every second. But let's take into consideration what is happening now. We're taking shorter showers. We're avoiding buying palm oil. We're avoiding, buying high fructose corn syrup. We're also changing our light bulbs to more efficient ones. We're buying electric cars if we can afford them. But the one thing we failed to do is to look at the way we eat and how it impacts our planet and our carbon footprint on this planet. To give you some statistics, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, animal agriculture is responsible for 18% of greenhouse emissions annually, more than all the transportation combined. According to World Watch Institute in Washington, D.C., livestock and their byproducts account for about 51% of annual worldwide gas emissions. And the Environment Protection Agency also claims that transportation is only responsible for 13% of all gas emissions. Many of you may ask, how can all this be possible just by animal agriculture? Well, to raise livestock, we need water and we need land. According to the Center for Science in Washington, D.C., growing feed crops for livestock consumes 56% of water in the U.S. For example, in California, only 4% of water is going towards personal use. About 90% of water accounts for meat and dairy products, as well as other agricultural practices. The following illustration shows California's water footprint according to Pacific Institute of California. And it shows that almost 50% of California's water goes to meat and dairy products. Almost another 50% goes to other agricultural practices such as, growing vegetables and potatoes. Only 4% goes towards personal use, and then the rest is the 3% which goes for industrial products. The next graph is to show you the water usage by crop. So how many gallons of water does it take to raise 1 pound of beef or 1 pound of chicken? And as you can tell, animal products such as beef, chicken, and pork require the most water, and vegetables such as potatoes, tomatoes, apples, and asparagus require the least amount of water. Okay, lastly, here is an illustration about how many gallons of water it takes to produce one hamburger. So to produce one hamburger, we will need 660 gallons of water, which is equivalent to 2 months of showering. How can this all be avoided is the big question. Well, by adapting a plant-based diet, for example, one can cut their carbon footprint by 50%. Also, by avoiding animal products and byproducts, we will not only reduce our carbon footprint, but we will add to a lesser demand for animal agriculture. We must remember that we only have one planet to live on. If we don't take care of our planet, no one will do it for us. Climate change will not disappear on its own, and it requires every single one of us to make smarter decisions regarding what we do and what we eat. Unless we want to live on a planet where there are fishless oceans in 40 years, we must change the way we live and take a better care of our planet. Just remember, you are what you eat, and today's decisions are the ones that will impact the planet's future. And don't forget to live sustainably. Thank you.